Hey everyone, Miranda Pitrone back here with you. I'm just going through some color palettes for today's piece, looking at trying to just use a couple of colors, maybe black, silver, and white, but to keep it kind of elegant for an ornament. We're going to work on a little snowman today, but there's some, it can be really drab just doing light colors or just 2 colors or 3 colors. So I just wanted to kind of come here for some inspiration to see, oh, this one's nice, see what I could do here for a little snowman that we're gonna do. So this is the shape that we were working with. It's a little snowman, and I found the cutouts from Dollar Tree. Super fun. They have lots of variety this year. I'm pretty excited to find all these. So I'm just going to take this little guy and give him a black background. Alright, so now I'm going to be using my silicone oval tool to put some design elements on here. Alright, so we'll start off with an oval in the upper abdomen area here, the second part of our snowman. And this is sterling silver extreme sheen paint, which you just have to be careful when you pull your tool up with these because it might be a little bit stringy, but the colors are worth it. They are so lovely and shiny and just delightful. So one at the bottom and one at the top section of our little snowman. Start just using white actually, probably for the whole ornament, and we're gonna add some mostly swipes, but some fun ones where you can kind of etch it a little bit thicker. So I'm going to show you how to do that too. Alright, so our first little dot we're going to put straight up here on top, and then you're just going to take the etcher tool or a toothpick or something sharper on the end and just kind of pull the center down to where it's going, and then grab from the sides and just kind of fatten that top part up a little, and then just fill it into space, but you'll still have the narrow tail. And I'm just gonna fan it out here. And then each one of these, you're just going to drag like we did the first one. So it'd start from the center of it and pull it down, and then just kind of angle it off to either side to just thicken that neck part up at the top. Okay, and then we'll work our way around the other side here. It's kind of fanning out a little bit like turkey feathers. I don't know why that just popped into my head. I did a video one time where I did the turkey feathers like this, so maybe that's why it's in my brain. Alright, then we'll do the same. take the pointy end and just pull it down, and then just thicken up the neck a little bit. And it just kind of gives it a different look to your design. And And now, instead of going all the way around, what I'm going to do, I think it's just, we're going to do a dot over here on either side, but we're going to make it loop around. So it's going to give it a little bit of a different look, an angled look. So we'll get our big dot going right here. And then what you're going to do is pull the base part. So I'm going to grab this side, which is my right, and I'm just going to pull it off the edge like this, down and around. And if it starts to run out of paint, you can always just redip it. This pointy at your end is tiny enough that it doesn't grab too much paint. So, and we'll do the same for this side. Just put our large dot right on over here, and then we're going to grab the outer edge, which would be my left this time. Grab the outer edge and then pull it around like we just did for the other one here, and then just gently kind of reshape it so it's rounded here. That's the beauty of this tool, so you can just reshape it to where you want it. So we have that part of our design right here is set. Alright, so now we're going to move on to our lower area here. I'm just going to take the dotting stylus because it's actually going to run out by the time I get to that sterling silver dot there. So we're just going to use this entire thing to make our swipe here. And see, I'm going slow so I can keep the paint stuck to the tool and stuck to the wood. And that's how you drag it out longer, is you want to go slow and just make sure it stays stuck to your tool. I'm just going to reshape it just a little bit with this. Perfectionist thing, you know? Doesn't have to be perfect, that's the beauty of art. But we can do that easily with the dotting stylus. It doesn't have to be a brush or any other special tool. You can kind of play around with your styluses too to see how far they'll let you drag the paint. They'll let you, like they're in charge. No. How far, how much paint you can get on the tool, and how far you can drag it out with each tool. So maybe even getting a sheet together where you just practice seeing each tool and labeling it to see how far it drags the paint out on each of them. Just for your own reference, that would be helpful probably. So I have 3 there, and I'm thinking I'm going to go off to the sides here and kind of curve them in. Let's try that. I keep getting the question, you know, do you plan a design? Most of the times, no. Especially on a mandala that is not a shape, you know, where you're just having a circle stone and you just go at it. So, but on these you have the snowman shape to kind of guide you. And so you have to stay within that zone of a shape, which is pretty cool. It's a fun challenge, I think. But I don't plan the designs out ahead of time. I just kind of change the angle, change the view, change the paint, change the tool, change the shape, and then you just get different designs. It's kind of limitless, which is fun. for me anyway, and I hope for you. So now, what do you say? We kind of do what we did up here, but we'll do it down here with a large one here. So I'm going to get as much paint as possible on this tool. And I do have a larger stylus than this, but I managed to grab enough paint on here to make it worthwhile, I think. And I'm right out the edge of the snowman's body here. And we'll just kind of sneak it up as far as we can. And I just kind of push it around into the area too of where I want it to go and get it good and saturated. And that way too, it's gonna pull out farther the way you want it to go. And I just really wanted it right on the edge here because it's just on his outer body portion. There we go. And this is, you know, a quick design. You can do a few of them for your trees, do a few of them with kids, give them as gifts. It's just a fun design. And it's easy to do in a short amount of time. So while that's drying, I think I'm going to come up here into his head area, and we'll just kind of go along with the theme of these kind of loop comma shapes that we're doing. I'm just going to use the smaller end of the stylus this time, so there's less paint because his head is considerably smaller than the rest of his body. And we're going to just start in the middle maybe here, and we'll go up and around. And I just keep tapping back just a little bit so I'm not getting too much paint and I'm not getting too little, so that I'm actually dragging it on the wood too much. But if you start back where this is the width of your stylus, then it kind of makes it a little easier. And I didn't go as far as I want to, so you know what I'm going to do? A little trick here. We're going to use the other end of our etcher, dip it in our paint, and we're going to give that a little bit of help because I just wanted it to go a little farther than it did. And let's give him just 3 little dots for his nose. And that looks actually like little snowflake freckles. And then we can come down here and kind of continue on with that trend. 3 little dots in here on either right and the left. And then let's do 3, but we're going to put it up like this so it kind of comes out from our design a bit. And then 3 over here. Alright, and I think we'll go with the 3 dot theme again, but just go big, go really big in here. So the big end of our stylus. So then it's like coming off of this 1, 2, 3. And coming off of this base here 1, 2, and 3. His hat is looking a little bit naked. Should we maybe keep it simple though, since the rest is so decorative? Let's just kind of delineate the hat. Yeah, find where I can grab here where it's not wet paint. So I'm just gonna grab the outer edge of the hat brim here and do a swipe in till I get a point with the smaller end of my stylus. And we'll do that again for the other side. And then you're getting it so it's almost like a silhouette, you know, where you're just outlining it. And then, what do you say? We just do some stripes across. I think that'll work. And I like to just pretend that I just continue on when there's a hole or something like that in a piece or some kind of other shape. I just make it part of the design. I'll drag it to the corner here. And one last little guy there. So a lot of times I'll walk away and come back and decide whether or not I want to add to that or not. Or I'll look at it, I'll take a picture on my camera phone and just kind of see, does there look like there's a space that needs more or less or any changes to it. So I am going to do that now and just take a minute to make sure, but I think we might be pretty much finished with this little snowman for this evening. Alright, so the only thing I think I can see is that I feel like the back of his head needs something. I don't know why, it just looks bare. But I think I'm just going to dot it. So we're going to start off, do I want bigger at the base or bigger at the top? I think I'm going to start bigger at the top. Staying right on the edge, I'm just going to let the paint run out off the tool. A lot of people are calling this walking the dots. So that gets gradually from big to small just by letting the paint run off your tool. And now I think we are done. So I hope you all had fun painting these. I found them at the Dollar Tree. They're super fun, just quick little projects. And like I said, tools make it easier and you can just kind of go at it. This is only basically 3 colors and you can just do some fun, unique designs. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I am going to go look for some kind of nice ribbon or twine or something that I can use to hang my little snowman. So I went hunting and I found the most elegant, adorable addition to use for hanging them on our tree this year. I decided that twine and stuff was too basic for our elegant little snowman here, and I found these adorable metal hangers with decorative elements to them. So it definitely is a great addition to this ornament. I hope you all had fun creating this. Again, let me know in the comments what you think or just say hi. And I wish you all happy painting. Have a great day.